Hello everyone, this is Sherwin here from TechOS. In today's video I'm going to be taking a look at how you can edit a photo in OS X using the built-in Photos app. Now this is a nice feature to have on your computer if perhaps you don't want to have to download extra software such as Adobe or other types of image editing software, especially considering the fact that many of them are paid. So Apple does provide their free alternative, and that is Photos. It comes with the Mac, and many people will know it as a place to view and organize their photos, but not many people will know that you can also edit photos using Iphoto, and they do have a few built-in tools. So I'm just going to go ahead and open Photos, and I've got an image open here, and I'm going to be editing it. So in the top right hand corner of the Photos window, you'll see an edit button. I'm just going to click on that, and now bring up the editing pane. Now at the side here we've got all the various sort of editing tools, and I'm just going to go through each of them now. So if I click enhance, it will just enhance the image, as you can see. Probably see the difference. See if I can unenhance. I think I have to go to revert to original. There you go. So here, and then it sort of enhances it. So it will kind of try and work out how it can be improved. I'm going to keep it as it was before and move on to the next option, which is rotate. So just a simple standard rotating functionality that you can use. And here we've got the crop functionality. So I can just drag, say if I don't want this bottom bit in, I can just drag it there, and perhaps I want to clip a bit of the side. And yeah, so essentially I can just crop the photo and trim it down to my liking. And I can change the aspect, so I can change what kind of aspect I want the photo to be, and I can flip the photo if I want to. And I've got two buttons here. Obviously if I want to reset it, I can click there. Here I've got filters, so I can just add various filters. Perhaps if you want to add a different look to the photo, I can just do it simply like that. I tend to find that Chrome is probably the one if I was going to use a filter, that's probably the one I'd use. The others seem a bit too well, I'm trying to say weird, but they're not for me, but for some people they'll be fine. Next option down is adjust. Now this is where you get sort of more in depth with like changing the colours and all that sort of thing. So here you can just adjust the basic light, so how much light you want in the image. So I'm going to put it at about there, and if I click this arrow, you'll notice each section has an arrow. If I click on the arrow, it gives me more options, so I can change, say, the exposure of the image. Put that down a bit. I can change the highlights. So essentially it just allows me to get more control over my image, and this is certainly much better than what you would get before with iPhoto. So this is definitely improved. So as you can see, I'm just playing around with some of the features, just changing them to my liking. Obviously it will depend on the photo you're using, the various different options that you might want to use. I'm just going to adjust the colour, so you can adjust the colour saturation. Obviously if I put it that high it does look a bit weird, but I can put it down a bit, up to around there, change the contrast a bit. Yeah, just essentially just play around all the other options. The black and white mode, I don't really see myself using it, but it's there for those of you who like it, and obviously I can reset adjustments by clicking over here. Next I've got the repair tool. Now you should be able to see over here where my cursor is, and it's highlighted on the screen now, that there is a sort of leaf, and what I'm going to do is remove it. Now this repair tool will let me do that. So I can change the size of my sort of selection area, so I'm just going to put it to around that size, and essentially all I have to do is click or sort of select the area, and Photos will do the best to try and get rid of that part of the image. So if I click on this leaf, as you can see it's got rid of the image and blended the background to make it look like quite seamless, as if the image wasn't there. And over here with a bigger leaf I can just sort of drag over and it will do the same there. Now this leaf here, it was larger, so I had to click and drag, and as you can see there is a bit of blur where it's trying to sort of fix everything together and make it look seamless. So it's not perfect, but it does the job for most people, I would think. So I can just carry on going ahead and doing that. As you can see, it is sort of struggling over here to get the correct effect. But that's essentially how you'd use the repair tool, and once again you can reset it down there. Over here at the bottom you've got extensions. Now this is essentially a new feature added in OS X El Capitan, and basically this allows third-party developers to install extensions for the Photos app. So perhaps say Adobe would create an extension for the Photos app, which maybe adds a bit of functionality from their app into Photos. So you can install third-party apps by managing them in System Preferences. So here I can just go in, it should open up System Preferences. Here you go. So once I've installed some extensions, it will let me enable or disable those extensions and change the various options. So essentially that's my image edited. I can now go ahead and click done, and I'll have my new image over here. So that's basically it for this video. It's a very simple and nice way to be able to edit your photos right from your Mac without installing any third-party software. But yeah, so if you've got any questions or comments on this video, do put them down below. I'll be happy to help you. Send me an email as well if you have a more in-depth question. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and do follow me on Instagram as well for regular updates on Apple news, and as well as things that are going on at TechOS. Do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.